How's it going, guys? Robert here from bestsportsbetting.co.za. Today we're going to be talking about World Cup 2018, which is being hosted in Russia. Biggest football tournament of every 4 years, should I say. Overshadows Euros, overshadows Copa America, everything like that. It's one of my favorite tournaments. Really enjoy it. This year it's going to be a bit interesting. I don't think it's the strongest field out there. Lots of teams missing. But in this video we're going to talk about Group A, Group B, Group C and Group D. And I'm going to share my predictions and odds on what you're going to be getting on teams to qualify or finish top of the group. So firstly, Group A, we've got Russia, Uruguay, Egypt and Saudi Arabia. I've got my cheat sheet here, so I don't know all these groups by memory, but I have studied them. So yeah, Russia, the host nation, they've got a fairly easy group there. The biggest competitors in the group is Uruguay. I think Uruguay is going to finish top of the group. Russia is going to make pretty easy work of Saudi, and I don't think Egypt are going to put up too much of a fight. So basically, two teams, strong teams, along with two also-rans. It's going to be interesting to see who finishes first in the group. I think Uruguay are probably favourites to do that, so I would have a bet there. You're not going to get great odds. You're probably looking at 1 to 4 around there. But if you're going to take an exacta, take Uruguay to finish first, Russia to finish second. Russia to probably get knocked out in the first knockout stage. So that's my Group A picks. Let's go to Group B. Now, Group B is slightly more interesting because we've got the Iberian Derby going on there. We've got Spain, we've got Portugal, we've got Morocco, and we've got Iran. Now, straight off the bat, once again, you're looking at Portugal and Spain. It's going to be very interesting to see which of those two actually ends on top. I suspect that they're going to win both of their matches against the minnows, so they'll beat Iran. They'll beat Morocco, and they'll beat Iran. So I don't see those sides upsetting the bigger two. I do perhaps see that the match between Portugal and Spain is going to be the decider for the group winner, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that match end in maybe a goalless draw or a 1-1 draw. The sides are very familiar with each other. They've got lots of players. Lots of Portuguese players in the Spanish league. Most of the Spanish players are playing in Spain as well. The players will be familiar with each other. They've played each other numerous times. Spain are slightly better. They've got a better attack, a better midfield, but they don't have as much depth. Whereas the Portuguese are more structured. They're a lot more disciplined, a lot better defensively, but they're not quite the goal-scoring machines that Spain are. So it's going to be a very interesting group. To pick a winner, I probably want to lean with Spain because I think Spain will get the goal difference against the minnows. So you'll see them racking up the goals, and if they do end in a draw with Portugal, we'll have Spain going through on goal difference, that sort of thing. So those are my picks for Group B. Then we've got Group C, who's France, Australia, Denmark, and Peru. Now this is quite an interesting group because none of these sides are, other than France, are bad footballing sides at all. I mean, Denmark is fairly solid. They've got a very strong football culture. They've done pretty well in qualifying, and they're probably better than Peru, who I would think is the weakest in the group, perhaps with the exception of Australia. Australia's never really done too well at the World Cup, so. Yeah, well, they haven't done badly. I mean, 2010, I don't think they lost the game, but they didn't win any games, so they still didn't go through. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But yeah, I mean, the Socceroos are great to watch. They're not a footballing powerhouse. Look, France is going to dominate that group. They'll finish on top. They're quite a lot further ahead, talent-wise, squad-wise, depth-wise, coaching-wise, and that sort of thing than the other three. I think the battle for second place is going to be the interesting one, and it could be anyone from. Well, at the moment I've got it tossed up between Denmark and Peru, but I'll give Denmark the edge there. So my prediction is going to be France and then Denmark. I think Australia could cause an upset, especially against France if the French don't put in a performance against them, there could always be a draw. But yeah, so France and Denmark is my picks for Group C. Group D, another weak group there. Wow, it's Argentina, Iceland, Croatia, Nigeria. Now, if there's any chance for any African side to go through, it's probably Nigeria. This is the only group that I think an African side has a chance. Look, Argentina are probably going to finish top of the group. It's the same as Group C. Pretty easy group for the favorites. Argentina are 15 to 100 to qualify. So, I mean, that tells you a lot. You're probably going to get 1 to 3 for them to qualify on top. And then you've got Croatia at 5 to 10 to qualify, which is a decent price, but I think it's a little short considering Nigeria aren't that bad and Iceland aren't as bad as you might think. Iceland 5 to 2, no value there. I wouldn't touch that with the barge pole. And Nigeria obviously. So, my thinking is it's going to be Argentina and Nigeria going through. So Argentina first, Nigeria second. I would probably take that bet. Nigeria can upset the likes of Croatia and Iceland, depending on how they play. And I know it's such a generic thing to say how they play, but it really does bear true with especially African sides. African sides traditionally are pretty good going forward, pretty solid midfield, but very shaky defense and very shaky goalkeepers. And that's just been African football, with the exception of 20, 25 years ago. Perhaps the South African, Egyptian teams of the past, a lot stronger at the back. But so look, I'm hoping for Nigeria to go through with Argentina. The smarter bet would probably be Argentina and Croatia. Croatia probably the second best team in the group, but I think Nigeria can upset them and pick up the win. Right guys, those are our predictions for Group D. We'll be making another video on the rest of the groups, as well as videos about our top scorer picks, a couple of match previews, all of that jazz. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to visit us at www.bestsportsbetting.co.za. Find us on Facebook and Twitter. Give us a like and a follow, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.